So anyways, that's kind of how this whole thing works.
The one on the top.
22 checkpoints along the race route, and you have to stop at 3 of them. One of them is a 24-hour break, and then we have 2 8-hour breaks. The last one being 77 miles from the finish line. So run.
Those are all mandated.
Well, so the thing is our gear, well, not our gear, but our dog food, human food, spare gloves, things like that, are spread out at 22 checkpoints.
Okay.
So we have to get from A to B, B to C, C to D. The closest checkpoints are like 35 miles apart, and the furthest 120.
Wow.
So if you run for 4, rest for 4, and they go about 10 miles an hour, right? So on a 120-mile run, you camp for... Anya. Oh, that's Florence. Florence is looking for chili. Anya, come here, girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh,
Do you mean you to close that door?
yes. Thank you. The dogs kind of rule the dog. Yeah, I think Florence is 15, and she's got a couple Iditarads under her belt also. Yeah. She does whatever she wants.
Oh, she's so cute.
So 22 checkpoints, our gear stage there. You don't have to stop except at 3. You have to take a mandatory 24, and then so you can camp in the middle of the woods if you want, right? Now, here's the thing. When I ran the Iditarod in 2017, 12 days, 2 hours and change, I had 25 hours of sleep in 12 days.
Oh my God.
25 hours of sleep. Yeah, so I ran and rested 4 on 4 off, 4 on 4, because I had young dogs, right? And I was just like set them up for a perfect rest schedule. Thing is, I have 3.5 hours of dog chores. For every 4-hour rest my dogs, I have to feed my dogs and stretch my dogs and check their feed. I have to repack my sled. I have all that, and it takes about 3.5 hours. So I get about 15 or 20 minutes just to relax every 4 hours with the dogs.
How do you just like manually stretch their legs? Or...
Anya, come here.
Oh, you need an example.
She hates it when I do this. Yeah, so to stretch her front legs, right? I'm actually gonna just bring her leg forward a little bit. I'm gonna go just like this. Right, I'm getting all those shoulder muscles. We can extend them like this.
Yeah.
And bring it forward, right? I'm gonna get both sides because we always do both sides. She's a little tight. She's 12.
Yeah, little doggy
Right,
rehab.
forward. I can stretch her hips, just kind of like bring them back and put them in traction a little bit, right? And all the dogs like this. This is like,
that's
you know, yeah, she comes and she like drops right there. So I've got all this stuff to do with my dog team when I'm resting, right? So I don't have a lot of, now I've been in weather as cold as 65 below zero and slept on a pile of straw with my dogs at those temperatures.
I can't even comprehend that.
Well, most people can't, right? So here's the thing. Dogs do what dogs do because it's fun for them. That's the only reason Dan a dog does anything, because it's fun. Right? Yeah. So our job is to say it's really hard what we do, and our job's to like give the dogs, you know. So they're athletes and they're working hard.
Yeah.
If we turn it into a game, they'll go to the ends of the earth for us. You know what I'm saying? So the secret is, there's times that we're terrified, right, Lindsay? There's times we're like, whoa! I've got a video for you to check out if you haven't seen it yet. Oh, Jeff King, 4-time champion. Have you checked out the video, Jeff King, Dalzell Gorge, 2014?
No.
Okay. So anyways, that's where you're going to check out. There's times that we're like terrified. At that point in time, easy, dogs. There's my boys. I get as calm as I possibly can. So when I'm nervous, I actually have to tell the dogs I'm calm, and they respond to that. Now, when you're 900 miles into the race and the dogs are like, oh, we just ran, you know what I mean? You have to get up in front of your dog team and be like, oh, we're doctors. We're physical therapists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a kinesiologist, right? I got all that going on with the dog. So anyways, the deal is we're going to go for a sled ride. It's beautiful. It's fun. Realize there's a lot of work that goes into what we do, right? So with that in mind, snow machine tour. I like dogs better. They stink less. So we're gonna go for a dog tour, right? And it's going to be awesome. It's really hard work for the dogs. This is warm for them. Just realize that everything we do with our dogs, Lindsay, we're going to do for a reason. From the day they're born until the day they die. We think about what we do with our dogs. So when you go on your dog tour today, listen to your dog musher's voice. What does it sound like? Is it loud or is it soft when they give their commands? G for a right-hand turn, call for left, right?
Yep.
What's their voice sound like? Is there a time where they might change their voice and volume? And think about the effect on the dogs. Does that make sense? Back in the day, the old timers went by what they called the rule of 40s. Anything colder than 40 below zero, anything warmer than 40 above, we worry about. It's way closer to 40 above. Breathing's important to us. Watch the dogs breathe today, Dad. Compare, you're gonna have 10 dogs maybe take you out, right? Compare all 10 of them breathing. Look at their tongues. Are some kind of breathing a little harder than other dogs? Realize that you only go as fast as your slowest dog, right? So we pay attention to actually the dog that is most challenged, and then I have to actually kind of gauge my team to keep the whole team intact. If I ran according to you only have one best dog wins, right? At any given point in time, and that changes minute to minute, right?
Yeah.
But if you run according to the best dog, there goes your dog team. You cannot win the Iditarod on the first day, but you can certainly lose it on the first day. Anyways, that's kind of the deal. Pay attention to, like, watch the dogs run. Think about their gaits. I said they like to trot. Watch them trot.
Yeah.
See if some are, do you know what pacing is? Pacing is when their feet swing forward on the same side at the same time. Some of our dogs, look at their spines when that happens and compare a pace. You see what I'm saying? And realize that's what's really pulling the whole tour, is like these living, breathing dogs. So if you actually pay attention to your dog musher's tone of voice, look at the dogs, think about their breathing, how they run, you start thinking like a sled dog just a little bit, Genevieve. And that's cool. And that's what the tour is about. Like, if you walk away thinking like a dog just a little bit, it's worth coming to Snowball. So we're gonna go say hi to the dogs. What do you think about that?
That's awesome.
Cool. Now we're gonna go up into the dog yard and we're gonna stop right there and we'll figure out who's going with who, right? We have 70-ish dogs up there, Dan. So our dogs are not trained to not jump up. So we'll have dogs jump up. Lindsay, you have a nice jacket on. If you don't want a hole in it, just realize, step back, you know what I mean? So I like the dogs to jump up so I can rub their shoulders and unclip them easy. Watch your scarf. They'll spin you around like a dreidel. No, they will. And then, like, dangling gloves, and they're going to put our power on. Woo! Dangling gloves and stuff. We've been out of power all day. Watch your gloves. Realize that our male dogs don't have the best manners and they'll circle your six, you know what I'm saying? So kind of keep an eye on that. That's Sprout right there. And I'm gonna run you guys up into the dog yard.
Cool.
Ryan, are you running dogs? You going ice fishing?
Not today, tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm doing.
Hey guys.
Yep, I absolutely.
Hi. I see you guys coming on. I am in Alaska right now. Hi. So you guys got to meet, if you already came on, that is Peter. He was in 6 Iditarods. And that dog that you saw, here I'll turn around so you can see her. This is Anya, and Anya is 12 years old. She has run 6 Iditarods in a row, and she is still excited to run in the sleds.